Hey, what's going on, guys? Ian from MaddenSchool.com. Today I'm going over one of the most effective running plays in Madden 20 and something I've really never seen anyone run. It's in the Philadelphia Eagles playbook, as well as the West Coast and the spread playbook. And it's found in the gun tray open offset formation. The play is 5-6 trap. And then I like to mix it in with the counter play from the same formation. So 5-6 trap and counter. And then depending on what the defense gives us, either we're going to run it to the right with 5-6 trap, or we're going to run it to the left with the counter play. The blocking is just really, really good. Because of the alignment of the defense and the alignment of these three receivers over here to the right, it makes it really hard for our opponent to defend. So basically what should happen here is this right guard is going to block the defensive tackle between the center and that right guard there. Then this right tackle is going to go ahead and block the linebacker directly in front of him. This left guard is going to pull over to the right and block the defensive end over this right tackle, or a little bit to the right of the right tackle. And then this left tackle is going to go ahead and block the linebacker straight in front of him. That's going to leave the safety on the left and the defensive end on the left free. And then you can see over here on the right side, we have basically 3-on-3, and it just comes down to whether these guys will make their block. So you can see how effective it is. That was against the standard nickel normal defense. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you in the replay. Everyone blocked basically how they should have blocked. You can see that the two guys coming free are going to be this defensive end and the safety up here. And then on the right side of the screen, you can see that everyone is blocked, and it's just basically will our wide receivers and tight end there hold their blocks? And if they do, we can get a huge gain. If they don't, maybe like 8 or 10 yards. But if they do, it turns into 20, 25 yards really quickly. So then eventually what will happen is your opponent will shift his defense to the right, and then we would go to the counter. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and keep with the trap. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the play call screen and show you a couple things you can do. Completely up to you, but it does make this run a little bit better. So again, gun tray open offset. The great thing about this formation is you can go to 4 receivers, which is great if you want to do a little bit of passing. You can also do twin tight ends, so now you have 2 really good blockers out there versus just the 1 tight end. And so depending on the personnel you have, you can either go with 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. You can go with 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, or you could go with 4 wide receivers and no tight ends. So it really is versatile based on your personnel, how you drafted, or a MUT draft team, or how your franchise team is, and it gives you some really good options. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it against random nickel normal. And again, you can see this blocking. The great thing about this play is if you ever catch your opponent out of alignment, like with this defensive tackle over the center and right guard, then you can just automatically audible to this play, and you know you're looking at like 15, 20 yards, maybe a touchdown. What'll usually happen is you'll get a one-on-one with like a safety. Ideally, then you have some sort of superstar running back with maybe jukebox or a trucking ability or something along those lines. And then it's just really easy. But here, we just have a kind of standard average running back. You can see it's about 10 yards. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you, I believe in big nickel, they align a little bit differently. The defensive line, it's all about alignment to the defensive line. So if they align a little bit differently, I'm going to go ahead and call the same play, 5-6 trap. This time nickel normal, call random plays from nickel normal. See how now the alignment's completely different. The blocking just doesn't seem to work because the defensive tackle isn't over our right guard, or to the left of him. That defensive tackle on the right is between the right guard and the right tackle, and it kind of throws everything off. So what we do in this situation is if they're in a defense like that, or if they shift their defensive line to simulate defense like that, we just go ahead and audible to halfback counter. And you can see you have all kinds of room on the other side. So basically it's a pick your poison. If your opponent is in any sort of defensive formation that's like nickel or below, so nickel, dime, quarter, dollar, anything like that, then go ahead and call one of these running plays. If they're in 3-4, 4-3, or 46, you have a really good passing formation, or you have 3 receivers on one side, got a running back over here. You could audible. One play I really like is wide corner. You have a lot of good options with this play. Basically, all we're going to do here is now we'll just go to the counter. Obviously, we'd probably pass it here, but I just want to show you the counter a couple times. And if your guy mixes block, you can kind of sneak outside there. So the key takeaway for this video is you either do 5-6 trap or you do counter. I like to put both of them in my audibles, and then you also have 2 spots for passing plays. If they come out in a really heavy run defense, go to a passing play. If they overload the right, run the counter. They overload the left, run the trap, and then it's just really hard to stop. So hope you guys enjoyed today's Madden School free tip. Until the next time, take care.